Hallo. Moin. Oder auch nicht, es ist kurz nach 12. Ich mache noch ein Kapitel Story von Call of Juarez. Gunslinger, Kapitel 4. Siedler behauptete, sei Kopfgeldjäger gewonnen, um die Verfolgung seines letzten Opfers, Roscoe Bob Bryant, finanzieren zu können. Yeah. Da haben wir ja gestern aufgehört.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
Ist ein bisschen laut hier. So. Mal kurz gucken, ob das nicht vielleicht sogar insgesamt zu laut ist. Ich weiß es nicht. So, mal ganz kurz raustabben und bis gleich. Nö, passt eigentlich soweit.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Was für Glitzersternchen da. 600 Punkte für den Einschuss da gerade, ne? You're dead. Staatskopfschuss.
I thought the Texas Rangers got hardened.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres. To the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Hier ist ein Geheimnis versteckt. Oh, nur. Wo ist es? Ach, da oben bestimmt irgendwie. Ist mich abgestürzt. Hol dir das Goldnugget. Versteckt. Ach, da hätte man auch hochklettern können, toll. So, no? Ja, da ist es. Aber wie komme ich da hin? Nein. Aber gut, von da geht's. Oh, hier ist noch was. Schrotflinte. Okay. Nehmen wir mal die Schrotflinten. Scheiße. Ist schon wieder Scheiße. Toll, kann ich schon wieder dahin gehen? Scheiße. Was fällt denn da runter von diesem verschissenen Pissbrett? Mann, Alter, das ist so ein einfacher Scheiß und ich verkack's total. Ich
to the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Maul halten. Geheimnis entdeckt. 1 von 6. Viehdiebstahl. Yeah. Ach komm, das musst du doch abkönnen hier. Mega Revolverheld und alles, aber hier, Ist das Geheimnis jetzt eingesammelt? Ja.
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and... Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off. Ain't right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to go after Hardin anyway.
Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well.
Yeah, der war gut.
I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was.
Kann man das nicht irgendwie doch noch auf Deutsch umstellen? Das ist so kompliziert teilweise mit Ballern und das, da kriege ich nicht alles mit. Ja, Untertitel Deutsch, ja, super. Ich kriege voll
I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Alles verstehe ich jetzt auch nicht immer so. Und der hat auch teilweise so einen bescheuerten Akzent und... Was? Mit der ganzen Ballerei, da kann ich auch nicht immer alles mitlesen. Das ist sehr blöd. Welche Werte noch dabei stünden, wäre es schön. Für die Waffen.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Ist was versteckt irgendwo? Oder auch nicht. Klettern wir mal hoch hier. Oh, ich stell dich nicht so an, no.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story.
Jetzt kommt wieder das, was wir, ne? Also, was
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Ja, auf Entfernung schafft man das immer nicht mit einem Schuss. Der war schon. Ist ja auch noch abgestimmt, oder? Nee. Feuerwerksverbot.
Watch where you're shooting.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon. Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Fuck, ey.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Saloon-Schießerei hier.
That's right. Run!
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Natürlich. Da kam er, der Hade. Tötete einen, der schnarchte. Und 40 andere fürs Atmen.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it. That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
So, eine kurze Geschichte.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Graue Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Ja, jetzt gibt es auch noch mal eine schöne Indianergeschichte, aber das gehört natürlich zum Wilden Westen dazu. Weiter geht's, ja.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Vor langer Zeit in den Bergen, weit weg, yeah.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Tja, das kann ich mir auch gut vorstellen.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Pets, das ist eine Sache. So, aber hier haben wir eine kleine Holzbrücke. Nicht, dass da was rumliegt. Gehen wir hier mal rüber.
They saw me before I saw them. And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Schneck. Verwalter, Junge.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
So, ich gehe mal da oben lang.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Habt eine Bombe, Junge! Oh, der hat keine Munition mehr. Einen neuen Punkt. Ich mache einfach nochmal hier Nahkämpfer. Ja, Trapper, höhere Schrot, Dynamitkapazität, Kombos während der Konzentration. Ja, ja. Das ist alles Quatsch.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Natürlich gehe ich da rein.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
Natürlich nicht. Ach, jetzt fange ich gleich hier an, okay. Oh, 2 von 4 Geheimnis.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars. They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Abhauen!
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death. I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Abreißen.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Erstmal noch hier diesen einen Nahkampfpunkt. Hier, was haben wir da noch? Nachladen, Schrotflinte. Schrotdynamit. Ja, gib her! Einmal tauchte eine magische Treppe auf.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river.
Normal, den Reflexmoment will ich normal machen. Ich habe gerade nicht hingeguckt. Das ist nur einer, ach doch, ich dachte, der nur.
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Daher. Oh. Ja, da.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
natürlich. Sackschuss. Immer die gleiche Scheiße hier.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son-of-a-bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Tja, das arme Schwein.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem, might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Die Dalton-Brüder. Das machen wir beim nächsten Mal. Ich hau jetzt ab. Jetzt haben wir 2 Kapitel gespielt.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Also jetzt geht's gegen die Dalton-Brüder-Bande. Aber wie gesagt, das ist lange nicht so gut wie Bound in Blood, wo es halt eine richtig geile Geschichte gab mit Liebe, Hass und Intrige und Überfall und Cliffhanger und Turnarounds und hier, das ist jetzt ja einfach nur hier ein Typ nach dem anderen, den er irgendwie gejagt hat und so weiter und so fort. Das ist nicht zu vergleichen mit den anderen.
It was early morning.
Bla bla bla, mit den anderen Call of Juarez Spielen. Aber man darf auch nicht vergessen, dass es das bloß so ein 10-Euro-Spiel hier ist und dafür ist es ganz gut. Also die Grafik ist in Ordnung, die Erzählung, das ist immer ganz witzig da, ne? Mal wird noch was dazu erfunden, mal verschwindet irgendwas und bla und das ist an sich ganz nett, aber halt nicht so ganz das, was ich mir gedacht habe, dass es ist. Nämlich, wie gesagt, kein richtig cooler Story-Shooter, sondern es ist so ein Arcade-Action-Geballer mit so ein bisschen Western, bla bla. Aber wir spielen es trotzdem weiter. Aber das war nur so ein kleines Zwischenfazit. Weißt du Bescheid, Schätzelein? Bin erstmal wieder raus. Bis zum nächsten Mal.